Right now is a great time of year to take advantage of those electrical changes you've been thinking about for months. Changes like switching from fuses to circuit breakers, adding new plugs or lights, or maybe installing hardwired smoke or CO detectors for safety and code compliance. And when you're ready to do it, you need to call Dave Ruley Electric at 990-7129. Ruley has been providing expert, reasonable service to the area for over 30 years. They specialize in residential and light commercial electrical work and are available for electrical emergencies 24 hours a day. So if there's an electrical project in your future, big or small, contact Dave Ruley Electric, serving the Niagara Frontier. No matter what the project, like changing this kitchen electrical needs from this to this, or maybe providing electrical service for your hot tub or pool, call hands-on owner Dave Ruley direct at 990-7129. Fully licensed and insured, it's Dave Ruley Electric.
Dave Ruley Electric, we can be reached at 990-7129. Call us today. Let us put our 30 years experience to work for you.
The opinions expressed on NiagaraBroadcastNetwork.com are those of the host and the guest, not of management or the sponsors.
Now, this is our Friday broadcast, and this is our scoop night because we brought back...
Scoops is here?
Scoop?
Yeah, we brought back...
We got scoops?
I thought you'd be playing, was it MC Hammer?
Yeah.
Hammer time at the casino tonight.
Well, is MC Hammer on this show?
Yes.
On our show? Is
No,
he-
not on our...
Well, then no, then I don't play MC Hammer.
Wow. He's in one of their moods tonight. You know that, Russ?
Scoop
I can
Szweedo's
tell.
with us back tonight.
Wow.
He's got...
Who tied your shorts in a knot?
Yeah.
Well, he comes in here with, this politician's mad at you, that politician's...
Not you, they're mad at him.
Have we barred any politician
No.
from this show?
No.
No.
Have we said anything bad about any politician?
No.
That's right, no. Well, you might have.
Yeah, pleading the fifth again. Just because you were a cop all
Nobody's
those years
barred.
don't mean, you have to.
Nobody's barred.
Nobody's barred.
I mean, are people that thin-skinned? These
I think
really?
they are. I think
Yes.
they are. Some
I can't believe how you could run for politics and be that thin-skinned when they pick, because I get like a lot of notes. Oh, this person said this and this person said that, and you got to be able to roll with the punches.
That's right.
You know what I'm
At least a
saying?
little bit.
In this town, though, it's the phone game. You tell somebody something, and by the time it gets
by
down
the
to
time it
4 or
comes
5
around the
people,
circle.
it's like a whole other story, and then they're pissed at you for something you never said. That's too much headaches.
It's not so.
It is nuts.
You got to be able to. If somebody says something,
You are full of shit.
yeah,
Right.
you just got to be able to take it. you know?
That's right.
That's all.
That's right. It won't be the last person that tells you you're full of shit.
And Jim is used to
And it's
everybody
never
being
the-
against him
I can't
anyways.
even remember the first person. By the way, if you're listening, please call so I can remember.
We're live. It's Friday night. We're live. It's about 20 minutes to 7. You got about another 40 minutes if you want to call in. The number's 333-3020. But people write me and they text and they call and they watch the show. Now Glenn Chalokian, this is not a political statement.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you give him special treatment because Glenn Chalokian put his appearance on this show on Facebook, and he got over 7,000 views.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I said that's more people than vote.
There are some politicians that would probably kiss someone's ass for 7,000 votes.
Yeah, in this town, yes.
I'm just saying.
Since a very small group.
That's right.
And I have a feeling, unfortunately, with
And
the
some
next
very big
mayoral
asses.
election.
When you ran
well,
for
I
ma-
did not say that.
Jimmy, when you ran for mayor, you'd have kissed someone's ass for 7 times.
Absolutely.
How many votes did you get?
A few.
No. You
don't
should know to the number.
Why would I know the number? I lost. I don't care.
No, you would know. Wouldn't you know,
I lost.
Sal, if
No.
you ran and you
No.
lost,
You
wouldn't you
look.
say those
Absolutely.
1,552 people?
When I knew
Yes.
I lost, all he says is, "Where are we going to get some coffee?"
No,
Let's go. Everybody, people are looking like their dog died at the thing over there. I'm like, come on, let's go to Frankie's, get some donuts.
Your heart wasn't. No,
I
give me a
lost.
ball.
No,
Give
is
me,
the
all right,
combo
give me a
still
ballpark. Was it a 2,000, 3,000,
No, because it was a
4,000?
primary. Don't forget, though. It was the runoff for the primary.
Oh, that's right. You didn't even get in the
I didn't
general.
get in
Oh,
it.
I was
I didn't
trying to
get in
boost you
general.
up more than I should
No,
have.
I didn't get into general. See, so that's why.
Ah.
We had 3 people running for the same thing.
Okay.
So what did we find out now? Did Seth say what he's going to do?
No, Seth has not committed what he's going to do either way yet. Okay.
What's he waiting for? Best offer?
Could be. Could be.
I don't know.
Promise of a job.
Not saying that in a
though. I
mean
think
way.
Seth-
I mean,
no,
I'm just wondering.
I don't think so because when you talk to both candidates, none of them are promising anything to anyone. Okay, and Seth believes that his camps is saying you only lost by a few votes.
True.
Okay, and then the other camp that won by a few votes is saying, and I'm not mentioning which camp it is, but it was the other guy that won.
Right.
Okay, the other guy that won thinks he won by a landslide. So I don't know. To me, that's a tough decision. Do you continue to run knowing you only lost by about 100 votes?
Considering now it's a
Considering
general
it was a
election,
primary
right? And
because
it's
it was a general
now.
election.
Just going to get us in
Come on.
trouble to get what you about. Put the headphones on. We're going to go to the phones.
Okay.
333-3020.
Well, wait. Okay. Are we,
Oh, go ahead.
You got a call?
No, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I can talk or we got calls?
No, go ahead. We got a call, but go
We got
ahead.
a call, but you're
I'll
leaving
take
them
the-
hanging.
Talk to the
see?
caller.
No, we don't want to leave anybody hanging.
All right.
Oh, what a pain this guy is.
Go ahead.
Next, he's going to tell us the headphones are not on.
They're not. I don't hear them.
Can you hear anything now?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, now. Oh.
Hi, you're on with Jimmy and
Yes,
I
no?
can hear you now. Can you hear
Yes,
me now?
good.
I don't know.
You know how many votes he lost by?
Nope, I lost it now. Up a little.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough votes.
Hey, say what you want. I can take it. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
Listen, when I ran for city council, I lost by 80 votes to Chris Robbins. I know what I lost by.
See?
Why?
I keep track of these things.
That's right.
I don't.
That's the right. You didn't get enough votes. They didn't want you in.
Yeah, I lost. It doesn't matter to me.
didn't care.
It's a win or a loss. It's just like when you play in a football game or a baseball game. When we used to play basketball or baseball, we either won or lost. It either counts or it doesn't.
There's a scoop. Hey, scoop. I got a scoop for you.
Okay.
Seth officially announced about an hour ago he's not running.
Oh.
Okay.
Where did he announce this?
Well, it's in the it's on the Gazette website. He
Okay.
sent an email out to the media, and he officially announced he's not going to.
Well, we had heard a while ago that he wasn't going to.
Oh yeah, but he officially announced he's not actively going to campaign.
So did he say who he's going to throw his support
He
to?
just said, no, he didn't say it at all. He just said he's not actively going to campaign it for. He thought about running, but decided not to. He says the people spoke. They didn't want me in there, and let it go the way it is.
I'm going to say unofficially, that's from our expert on everything, unofficial word, because Seth told me, when I decide what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you know, and I'm going to call you and let
On the Gazette website an hour ago. It's official.
Wow.
I wish people would do what they say they're going to do. I really do. I wish
He did
people
an
would.
email. You should have gave me your email address. He would have sent you an email.
I'll check. I'll see if there's an email.
Maybe he did.
And I'll
Maybe
check.
he did, and you're
So
talking
don't
about
be
that.
nasty just yet.
That's
Maybe
not what
he did.
He said, yeah, okay, all right. I'm not being nasty.
No, but I'm saying maybe he did.
I'm not being nasty. I'm just saying.
I know.
I wish anybody who makes a promise, I don't care what it is, if you make a promise, if you say you're going to do, you get people that say, I'm going to come on your show, I'm going to call you, I'm going to come on. I'm expecting them to call me and either come on the show or not. I mean, but do what you say you're going to do. That's all. I'm not pointing it to anybody specifically.
Shiro to tell you.
See, that's because you're a guy and you're not a woman.
What do you mean?
Because throughout our lives, we've had guys say, I'll call you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they don't.
Yeah.
There
Check
you
to the
go.
mail.
There you go.
Check to the mail.
And then we go,
Don't start, Joe. Joe,
And that's the
don't
end of that.
Whoa, wait.
Don't start, Joe.
No, we can start on that one. No, yeah.
No, don't tempt Joe to do it.
All right, let's talk about the 10 million.
Yeah, so explain to people who are watching from out of town what the 10 million is.
Well, it was a grant given to the city by the state, which the city applied for it before and lost.
Okay.
Right, and what it was they had to put a plan together with how they want to redevelop a certain area, and we won first prize, $10 million to redevelop the Bridge Street section of the city, which is downtown Main Street.
Wow.
Why? Why?
Well, I don't know, Rose, I know you read the paper. Did you read the Buffalo News yesterday, what the plans are for the city?
I do not get the Buffalo News every day. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay.
They broke down what they want. Now, you got to look at this. Now, your guest there can verify all this, too.
All right.
I'm sure he can.
What did
He's got a few
the article in the Buffalo News say?
Well, it talked about the breakdown of what the money, with other grants, what they want to do on Main Street.
Okay.
They want to put a hotel next to the train station.
Right.
All right? They want to do different...
Oh, for all the people that come in.
Right.
Well,
All the people that come in on the train, yeah.
It's only going to be a one-floor motel, okay? not a
Well, you
hotel.
don't know what the plans are, like Maine and Cleveland. They're really a major planner. And remember, well, Blue Cardinal investing their money, Deacon investing their money, you're talking right now close to a $40 to $50 million investment in downtown Niagara Falls.
Is a lot of this going to be housing for students?
No, not at all. There's
Jim, wait, hold on a minute, hold on. We got another expert here. We got two experts.
All right, first thing is, I'm familiar with the deal pretty much, okay? It took Blue Cardinal 3.5 years to come up with $3 million, and 17 different investors fell by the way before they could pay the old man off to get their hands on that property. And the only reason that the last investor put the money in order to buy the property, because up to a month and a half ago, the deal was off, was the fact that NU had verbally committed to putting in some housing.
Right. There's not all housing.
No, it's not all housing,
They're
but most of the
already
projects that they're pitching, they do not help the city of Niagara Falls tax-wise.
I think you need to look at the story that was printed yesterday in the Buffalo News. Go up online and look at it.
No, I seen it. Not only did I see it, I talked with the people from Blue
So
Cardinal.
everything is just going to be Main Street, that's it?
No,
This
there's gonna be some
money
time.
is strictly for the Main Street area. All right? A redevelopment of the Main Street.
Is this going to be as good as the police station redeveloped it and the train station redevelopment? Is
This is
this?
something now. All right, now you're going to have a lot of. All right, and I talked to Angelo Mornello. All right, he's got people. This is all coming because the parkway's being removed, just like happened down the canal side. You're going to start seeing a lot of stuff coming into play here. Now read that story in the Buffalo News, an in-depth story of how they want to plan to spend this money, plus more grant money to redevelop that whole area. And there is going to be housing in there, but it's also this money is also for neighborhood redevelopments.
Okay,
Wait a minute, let me ask you something, Joe. Do you realize, first of all, how many housing units for the school are they planning to put in?
I don't think it's just all for the schools. All right, I'm sure there's
How
going to be
many,
some there.
Jimmy, how many?
400 to start.
400 units.
400 units.
Do they have any clue? If you put 400 units for students in this city, what is going to happen? Do you know that NU, that the Lewiston Police and the Lewiston Fire Department are constantly going
And-
there
and that's
for
what-
overdoses, for fire alarms, for drunken people? I mean, do
The
we have?
breakdown, you know what? I'm very thankful to Ange, to Mornello, for getting anything, okay? But and because we were hoping somebody would reach across the lines and talk to the governor and try and get a few
He's
dollars.
going to be. Now you know Ort's going to announce his candidacy.
He already did. It was on the news today.
Well, it's going to be officially announced tomorrow, and Angelo Mornello is being tapped for his seat as a senator.
Yes, yeah. They're just switching positions, and
Well,
not
they want
switching,
him
but they're
involved.
hoping. You know, they're hoping to do more.
I think he's going to.
I think he will too, and we're thankful. And this $10 million that was allocated is supposed to be basically seed money okay? The problem is they're going with an outdated plan that DeSantis and them came up with years ago and tweaked a little bit here and there, and the reason they accepted Blue Cardinal, this plan was pitched first by the old man, when Hastings and them talked about this plan, and they...
The old man meaning who? When you said the old man?
Richard Hastings, that
own the property.
The only property that Blue Cardinal owns on Main Street right as of this minute is Richard Hastings Holdings, okay? They're pitching to buy, they bought and leased Hutch's ownings, okay, with a lease back, and they're working on trying to purchase a couple other pieces of property there and tie it all up.
Here's what they're saying in the paper. There's a $6 million hotel plan on the northwest corner of Maine and Ontario.
Okay, if we spent $35 million on this monstrosity across from the Glass Cube, what is a $6 million hotel?
This is what...
I know, I understand it, but $6 million builds a motel.
That's why I said, it's a motel.
I mean,
We're thinking negative now, okay?
No,
No, I'm not thinking negative. I'm not thinking negative, but there's other parts of the city that need help
I'm
too.
thinking if they put 400 units
Yes.
of student housing,
No.
this city
Yes.
is in trouble down there.
No.
We don't have
We're in trouble now down there. Let's talk for a second about the NU housing. The police department is strained at this particular point. Right now, we have no police officers, okay? If it wasn't for Sal, there's 7 officers on any given shift, okay? If your car is stolen, if you're there and your car gets stolen, they will not respond within 24 hours to come even look now, because that's not a priority in the city, okay? If you put 400 housing units in down there, okay, for just some ungodly reason, what does that do? We spent $56 million on the police station. We spent almost $76 million on the train station. So $10 million, while it's good for seed money, they need to attract other businesses. And that $10 million, you know what they should have done with that $10 million, Sal? What's it cost to get through the academy? $10,000 now?
Yeah, something like that.
Roughly,
Yeah.
10,000.
Yeah.
What's a starting police officer start at?
Now?
45?
This money is strictly designed as
50,
a grant.
Yes, it is. But if you're going to give this money, and I'm thankful that we got it from the governor, and I thank Andrew Morello for doing everything that he did to get it. But let's just look at it from a practical standpoint. If you're going to redevelop the area there, you need it to be protected. You need additional officers. So while, yes, they're saying it's strictly for infrastructure.
Did anybody go to the sheriff department, the town of Lewiston police, to the town of Niagara, see how many, and the fire companies out there, to see how many calls for service? You know, they complain here, we get a call once in a while at the casino. These
Wait, but let's think about the police services. Okay, let's just go back. Let me go back to this academy thing. 10,000 an officer. So 10 officers would cost you $100,000 to get them trained to start out. Maybe 50,000 an officer to starting pay, so 75 with pennies. Okay, so those 10 officers would cost you another $750,000 the first year, right? So we're still under $850,000, and we have 10 new officers trained and operating the first year. So why not do something like this? If you're planning a project like this, let's think of the overtime that the police officers get. If you eliminated some of the overtime, you could put 10 more.
Right.
Listen, we've been bitching and complaining about Main Street for how many years? And here's a plan that wants to put a ton of money into Main Street. Now, we got to stop thinking negative about police officers.
I'm not thinking negative about police officers. I'm thinking negative about the deal. Here, I spoke to the people from Blue Cardinal. I walked the streets with them. They're talking a 15-year project.
Listen, they're already putting out for bids for gents. 3 bills they want to get this thing going within a year.
First off, 1902 that they're putting it in for is done. The old man has 10 markets. Okay. The 1902 that they're saying they're going to put $1.2 million or $2 million in of the grant money, okay? The first floor is already ready for retail, and they're saying they're putting money into it. That's where they're saying they're putting in a food court. It's already there. The second floor is an empty loft, which they say they're going to put in offices, and the third floor right now has, the third floor right now has 10 rented apartments. So they picked that building because it's 99% done to say they're going to put $2 million in because they don't have the money to put in it. Then they're taking the gents building, which the asbestos removal, the tall gents building, the asbestos removal And just the remediation would exceed the $10 million bill without doing anything.
Jim,
Yeah.
this group has never developed nothing. They've always been a group that connects financing to developers.
They do, yes. Yes.
That's their forte.
Yes.
Now, this whole plan of the whole thing, they're tied in this thing. It's a major, look, if you're talking $3 million to improve infrastructure, intersections rather, crosswalks, the neighborhood itself, new trees, plus buildings.
How much of that?
Yes, here, wait, they're
How
talking
much of that improvement did they put in the police station?
Yes.
And the train station? And what did that do?
Wait a minute, they're talking about making Lincoln Place a tie-in for a walkway once the parkway's returned.
Walkway to a walkway.
To walk out, right, to go
Okay.
through. They're talking about doing the same thing with Division and different streets. So now we have
Right.
access from the parkway. What good is access to the parkway to Main Street if they don't have people ready to develop the buildings on Main Street?
This is what they're trying to do. They're trying now to move ahead with prospective developers to come in and start getting the ball rolling. Listen, this isn't going to happen overnight. The canal side didn't happen overnight.
But Canal Side, the difference in Buffalo was strictly...
The thing is, they opened the parkway up,
Yes,
okay?
but no, and you know where the
That's what
difference is, though? Listen to where the difference was. 10 million, 1 billion. 10 million, 1 billion. There's a little difference in the amount of money.
There's other money, if you read the story, there's grant money coming in. This is about, you're talking close to a $50 million project. When this is all said and done, to redevelop the whole street.
Yes, but
Now,
50 million, we put more than that in the police station.
It has nothing to do with redoing the police station, all right, or adding cops. This is strictly an infrastructure and redevelopment of the Main Street corridor that's been sat vacant for rats for how many goddamn years?
No, and I agree with you. It's a good start. But without any private developers coming in to get this seed money, to utilize it, there's nowhere to go. Infrastructure, why don't we put a turnaround and a couple circles in there?
I was talking with Angela the other day, all right, in our parking lot of our building, and he was telling me there's people ready to come on board because Blue Cardinal came in and they see the potential with the parkway coming up. Now, Rose has been saying this right along. We need to start to get the ball rolling now, which they're doing. This is what they're doing. They're starting the ball rolling now. This isn't going to happen already. This is not a one-year project. This is a long-term, 5 to 10-year project.
Is there all tax breaks in all these projects?
This is the grant money from the state.
What they're building is what?
All grant money. They are looking for $800,000 to make a historical buildings. Some of the properties.
Is any of this money going to add to our taxes base?
And I've been...
No, not to add to raise our taxes. Is any of this...
No, it's not, but it's not going to bring any more additional
tax money? That's what I'm talking about.
They did this in Lockport. They got money. This is listen, it's not $100 million they're giving us, but you know something? With the right people behind it and with investors, this is going to turn the city of Main Street around. Now, listen, this is only one part of it. I know there's problems with the workforce, police department, but whoever becomes the next mayor is going to have to hopefully not come in with a negative attitude and work with this plan and get it going. There's a lot of potential here. It's time to move forward, and it's all because one, Deister's going. They don't want to work with Deister, and two, they're opening up that parkway. That's going to attract a lot of investors in here. That's why Blue Cardinal came on board. Now, this is major. All right, now this is...
How is opening the parkway going to attract all these...
The same way they open up the waterfront in Buffalo.
Well, the waterfront in Buffalo and the parkway are two different things.
They opened up that waterfront in Buffalo. It was hidden by, I think, not the Skyway, the Father Baker Bridge, all the roadway down there is all gone. They opened up and that brought people in. I
was just there last night. Okay, the difference is when we open up and we take that parkway out, that is becoming parkland.
Yes.
That is not becoming open for development land. They're absorbing that into the park, which limits the 1 or 2 developers that are allowed to do anything in there. And that's the difference. And the waterways are open for the public. What are we going to have out of that? We're going to have additional parkland.
Okay, this is where the pedestrian access roads are coming in to Main Street. There's a lot of potential here.
I'm not saying there isn't a lot of potential, but it's going to take a lot more money than $10 million to be leveraged.
You hear what I said? We're talking close to, there's only grant money involved here. We're talking about close to probably $40 to $50 million.
Yeah, but $40 to $50 million built one hotel. $40 to $50 million built one hotel.
Explain
We're
to
already
me
committing
something.
$2 million of casino money to this project that we don't have.
Explain to me something.
In addition,
When they're opening,
the city's committing.
all right, they're getting rid of,
Casino money.
There isn't. If you look at it, you read the article, you're going to see $10 million was awarded, and up
Right.
to $2.3 million is going to be chucked in by the city towards this project. Now, since we're dead broke, it has to be casino money because we don't have $2.3 million to give them.
They got $1.5 million. Well,
Okay, we got $1 million.
okay, wait a minute, I gotta ask a question.
Let's rate it.
I wanna ask a question, hold on. All right, now they're opening up this, they're taking out part of the parkway
Yes.
to open up that. Why does it have to be devoted to more parkland? Why are they opposed to putting
Because
up
Delaware
hotels
North
right on
and
the
Glen
water?
have all the juice. It's simple as that. Delaware North and Glen have all the juice.
Lower north.
Delaware North and Glen have all the juice. There was someone that when they tore this parkway out years ago, wanted to put a nice big restaurant, somewhere
Right.
towards Devil's Hole and
Right.
stuff and open it up. He was told pound salt. There was another guy wanted
Now,
to put
see,
in
that's not right.
Yeah,
That's
and
not
they said
right.
no because they have the rights to
That's
it.
not-
Now, not saying, I'm not going to tell you Delaware North may not put in a huge development down there. It could happen. It's possible. I mean,
Because
they got
that,
the
to
juice
me,
already.
makes more sense. We don't need more people,
Then
more
we're gonna
places
deal
for
with the
people to walk
DeSantis
around.
rules. DeSantis rules about what can be built in perspective to that cliff that's sitting there.
They're also looking at another event center next to the Rapids. They're looking at a...
That's not an event center. No. Don't even think of an event center, okay? That used to be the old Mills Jewelry. The building is 3,400 square feet. What kind of an event center
What, are you
is
gonna
that?
have, a couple of 6-foot tables in there?
They're saying a small event.
3,400 square feet, that's a coffee shop.
Next to the Rapids Theater.
I gutted the building. I gutted that building for Old Man Hastings 5 years ago. Hutch took it over about 3 or 4 years ago, and Hutch put a roof on it, and that's where it sits. It's 3,400 square feet.
Size of like a big house. You can't have a conference center
They're right
there.
along.
It's 3,400 square feet, that's all it is. Yeah, and it's,
I think they're
you
right
can't,
along. I think they're looking at a smaller restaurant next to the Rapids Theater.
no, that's it. That was gonna be used by the Rapids Theater as their kitchen for their catering. Okay, it's 3,400 square feet. Now, Blue Cardinal did get the big parking lot where the Arby's on Main Street used to be, on the other side of the police station, next to the abandoned shoe store. So they did get that. I mean, if they were gonna build something, they should build it on that side, because that lot is about 20 or 25,000 square feet, just a lot.
There's a lot of planning on this thing, and I'll tell you something. Hopefully it goes through. Hopefully the next administration follows the plan, because you know something, we can't keep going status quo. They always say, "Bill, they will come." I still don't know how they're going to address the police issue in Niagara Falls or public safety, but this is something completely separate.
It is, but
It's separate, but it's not. It's separate, but it's not.
It's not separate.
If they bring 400 student housing
Boy, I'm
units,
glad I don't live near Main Street if they are.
trouble
I have not seen anyone.
Joe, wait a minute, Joe.
Did you not read the article where it says that NU is very happy to partner with Blue Cardinal? Well, that means housing units, and that's what.
How
that
do you
is.
know it's 400? I'm just
I know
asking.
it's 400. It's actually in excess of, eventually over 400 units. I know it's in excess
I'm
of that.
finding
That's
this
why the big gents buildings coming into play.
Wow.
I congratulate
Because
guys
Jeff's building's
I
huge,
congratulate
like
guys like
60,000
Angelo
square feet.
Morinello who went
I
out
do too.
and helped get this money. But now everybody else has got to get the rest of this puzzle together, because just doing it the way they're saying it is not going to work. You
No.
can't put 400. You can't put 400 student housing in this downtown section.
The last time the NU students stayed on
I have
Main
not
Street,
seen 400. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna ask some people. About
He's
this.
going to do some digging.
do some digging, but I'll guarantee you that it's in excess of that.
I understand right along. We have to work a partnership with all phases of government and private development.
We do.
That's what's happened in Buffalo. It has to happen here.
Exactly.
does.
I don't know what. Glenn,
Joe, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Joe, let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. You were a 911 dispatcher. You
Right.
took calls.
Right.
If we get 400 students in the next year downtown, and we don't sizably increase the police and maybe the fire department, Do you think we could handle all those calls that will come in if we fill 400 additional housing units with students who get drunk and overdose and fight and go pee on the sidewalk and do everything else that they do, like they do at NU every weekend?
Or UB or Buff State.
Yeah.
This is where NU, UB too. This is where the university has to put their foot down. This is the University of Buffalo in their university district. They put the foot down on these students. All right, and that's what they have, and you've got to do the same thing.
Right, they got to get this all in place. They just can't spring, they got to get everything in place before they do this, because it could be disastrous with the police situation in this town, because I don't care what anybody says, we need more cops.
You need a lot more things in this city, but you also need development too.
Right.
And we got to stop
No.
the
You're wrong. Do you know what we need? You're right. We need development, but we need taxable development, not non-taxable.
We need to stop building low-income housing.
I agree.
If they bring
Do
in,
you not believe, can you even believe in your mind, when right now in that area, I know of 170 low-income housing apartments there? Do you think in your mind that they're not going to have to, in their project, leave room for some fixed rate, lower housing?
Well, that's what they want to do with the old Sacred Heart Church now.
Yeah,
Bethel, they want to do that same thing.
yeah, and it's going to be non-taxable.
Look, Vince has been saying right along in the show for years.
Stop.
We are a low-income city,
Yes.
and we're developing for low income.
Yes.
And we have to stop that mentality.
Gotta stop it. I totally agree with you.
People have to start to move into the city.
Right.
And they have to start working with our school district and attract people in. There was a disturbing article, I don't know if you saw in the paper, the other day about the students' graduation rate in Niagara Falls, 70%. You know, kids are going because of the stupid law, no kid gets left behind. Kids are getting into high school, they're failing, and they're not graduating, or they're dropping out. And they got to correct that problem.
No student left behind was the dumbest thing we ever tried. That was the dumbest.
They want to start educating parents how to teach your kids to do anything. Could you imagine that in your day?
No.
Listen, when I was in Casco, my mother got a bad report about me. My mother came to school and followed me around for the whole goddamn day.
we better get a hold of somebody who could figure this whole thing out, and the only guy who could probably do it, from what I'm hearing, and Jimmy could tell us, is probably Christie. Tom Christie, he could figure this all out.
That was
Are we
kind
back
of
to
a
him
weird ass
again?
article. Did you read that article today?
Are we back to
That
him
was kind of
again?
out there today.
He just says the obvious.
That was kind of, I didn't like that article today. And it was a long article, too.
Yeah, he keeps referring to Vince a lot, but all he's doing is, in every one of his 3 stories he's written, he's just saying the obvious.
Right.
We already know these problems.
Well, yeah,
You know.
we do. And Joe, I agree with you. We have to get some stuff going. We do. But I also agree with what Jim is saying, is that we need taxable development.
Well, I know Angel's going to be on the Emperor's show next week, Tuesday. I'm going to ask him about this 400 housing units on the...
Ask him about the project and the tie-in with NU. Just ask him all about it. And he was actually excited about it because they need more housing and stuff, but the problem that they got is the last time they tried to put NU students on Main Street, they had a lot of problems.
Well, look at DeVoe. Look at who's going in DeVoe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember the police calls. You remember the police calls at DeVoe's at the
They
party?
still have no problem.
Sure.
But NU has got to start putting their foot down. This drives Brian Del Porto crazy. NU has got to put the foot down on these students.
And see, but you know what, there's a difference. In University of Buffalo and Buff State, they have their police force is huge.
Right.
Okay, it's not like NU. It's not like, Priest with...
I don't think NU has a police
I
force.
don't either.
NU has security
A couple
guards.
security officers, yeah. And in the meantime, he does maintenance.
They put the
My
clamp
poor
down on the
alma mater. Oh, my goodness.
students. They put the
My
clamp
son
down on the
graduated
students.
from last year.
You got to do the same here.
I love that school.
Well, we'll see what happens.
We're
We'll
not
see.
affecting the positive on this Main Street. If it works, you're going to see what happens.
Oh, no, any money we get is positive, but I was sort of, I knew that the funding was coming. I knew that the grant money was
Of course you
coming.
did. Of course you did.
But
I was hoping for more than 10 million.
don't we have to start putting our
It's the
foot...
maximum.
Don't we have to start putting?
No, not just that specific grant.
No,
I was hoping that the governor, when he
award
said he was
is
showing up in town, you're awarded the $10 million because of
That's the
grant.
maximum amount they can award
Right.
this project.
But I was hoping he was gonna say, and I'm gonna sweeten the pie with another $30 or $40 million to
I
get you
think
started.
that's coming down. I think there's going to see a lot happening because once Deister's gone and whoever next mayor is going to be, I think hopefully it's going to be the right person. They're going to work closely with the state officials.
Do not believe that, let's just say another $50 or $60 million gets thrown into this project. Do not believe Deister's gone. I'm going to tell you that right now. Do not believe Deister's gone. He's going to be
Is he in
there.
charge of the project?
Maybe not in charge of the project, but he's going to be there, as will DeSantis.
This is his stamp. Well, you can't hurt DeSantis.
No.
You can't hurt a guy who don't care.
No, he just doesn't give a dead rat's ass.
Right? You can't hurt this man financially, right? But
He doesn't. He really doesn't.
Well, then what's he doing there?
Power.
yeah,
It's just
Retire.
power. That's it. No, he won't. It's just power. We had a chance to get rid of him. We backed out. If we'd had one more vote,
you can't hurt the man. He don't care.
he don't care.
Well, he's got to go then.
He had to go 20 years ago.
He's got to go.
What's the one constant to the city of Niagara Falls failing? It isn't the mayor, it's not Anello, it's not Deister, it's not everything. It's DeSantis. He's the constant. He's been here all through the whole thing.
Thanks for your call. Thanks for your call, Joe.
Joe,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
These guys they have to.
No, you got
No. The politicians, whoever runs the city, the council, whatever, they gotta start saying no to no tax deals.
Yes.
You bring in all these
That's all we're
people, all
doing.
this development,
That's all
you
we're
are doing
doing.
nothing
Okay.
but raising the problems for the city, and where's the benefit?
There's no benefit.
What's happening in Buffalo, like
Okay.
all that development,
in Buffalo,
canal
that
side?
development is all taxable. You see these people reaching into their own pockets and putting up, 10 million here, 20 million here, a restaurant.
Yes.
You see people like everybody, new everything, Dash's Market. Oh, it's another 15,
Right,
20 million.
right,
They're
right.
not getting money from the. Here's the one problem that I got with the whole deal. I'm very familiar with the Blue Cardinal deal. Okay, I'm very familiar.
And you're not anti-development?
And I'm not. I really wanted Main Street to get done, and I was hoping for the success of Blue Cardinal. The one thing that I did not like was, one, it took them almost 3.5 years to come up with enough money just to buy the property, okay? Two, they tried to get they couldn't get partners that would develop, and mainly, I felt bad for them, but it's the reputation of Niagara, it's the reputation, look at my mic don't reach, there we go. It's the reputation of
We can hear you.
anti-development for the city of Niagara Falls, and that's what was killing them. Every time they approached a developer from Buffalo or approached someone that wanted to put money into it, first word of their mouth, Niagara Falls, oh, not me,
Yeah.
And I mean, you can talk. to
That's
people,
sad.
and that's sad.
That's
so I
awful.
felt bad for them. They did come up with the money. I knew this grant money was coming down the line. I was hoping when I found out the governor money was coming into town, I'm hoping, yes, okay, good, 10 million. Okay, I knew the city was going to kick in a few bucks. Okay, that's good, but that's not what I was hoping.
Did the governor say when he came in that Glenn saved the Maid of the Mist, or did he said something about the
Oh,
Maid-
yeah, no, he
the
said
Maid-
that they saved the Maid of the Mist, that's not true.
Didn't they get a big deal
They
from Hornblower on the other
didn't,
side?
they didn't accept the bid.
Wait, he's right. He did save the Maid of
Well-
the Mist because we basically paid Glenn to stay here.
Right. We did not let Hornblower
We did not let him bid.
on this
He would have given
side.
us 40 or 50% more than Glenwood.
Right.
Okay. Plus, by the time the deal breaks down between his souvenirs and everything, and I guess I shouldn't be, but I like Glenn. He's a very nice guy.
They're a
donates
good
to
family.
everything.
They're a good
very
family,
good
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Smart businessman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not his fault that the governor and everybody bailed him out. And basically, yes, he's been here a long time. He's very good to the community. He donates to all the projects. He's very good on that aspect. But we still have to realize that bidding is bidding, and we wouldn't
Business
have broke
is
him. He would have
business,
either
yes.
won or lost the bid. And we didn't. And we built him that very nice we put all that city or taxpayer money into the new docks. Plus, he put a big chunk of his own change. in.
Right. No,
But we developed it. But we're limiting. The difference that what he's missing here is like in Buffalo, when they opened up that harbor, that opened up the public land and it's all being developed. The difference is ours is going to be parkland. So from when you start looking at that road, sitting there, if you're going down that road, one
Stupid.
side of that road is
Why
parkland.
does it have to be
Stupid.
parkland?
And here, wait.
It's free to walk through a
and
park.
now
That's no money.
Let's go down Whirlpool. Now we start going down
Ridiculous,
Whirlpool. So now we look on
ridiculous.
the Main Street side of Whirlpool, Sal. So there are big vacant lots and there's big things there and stuff and they're residential and stuff. But will the state come in and say, okay, guys, City of Niagara Falls, all you people in your planning department can kiss my ass. This guy wants to put up a 60-floor hotel right there overlooking the river. And
Do
I'm
it.
going to let him do it.
Do it.
We need these because we still have them crazy rules as far as height development.
Oh, get
from
rid of
the
that,
cliff.
too.
Yeah, but even if they do it, they're
Get
going to
rid of
say,
that,
oh,
too.
you could build this hotel, but we'll give you a tax break for 10 years. You don't have to pay no taxes.
It's not just that. You know what the problem that it's not just tax breaks. Okay, when you look what they did with South Junior with the housing. Okay, across the street from look, we got the NAC. The NAC is successful. Okay, but it's on the taxpayer's dime. Okay, which we saved
The
that
NAC,
building.
the NAC is successful for what? What does it do?
Nothing.
What does it do? Give another radio station
Yes.
a place to put a little rinky-dink
But
studio
it
that's
now survives
on
on
the
its
air
own.
sometimes?
But that was going to be a plaza.
Yeah,
Okay, which would have been taxable,
right.
and it wasn't.
So what do we get out of
Nothing.
it?
Look across the street. What? At South Junior development there. That's owned by a church. That's all low-income housing.
So what do we get out of it?
Nothing. And we gave them $12 million to develop it.
That's why this
Okay,
it's all ass
$12 million
backwards
to
in this
develop
city.
it. So now that's another one we get
It is.
nothing.
It is.
Let's look at the YMCA, and I like them guys over there because they do feed a lot of the vagrants
They do.
on Main Street
They
and stuff,
do.
and they do good work. But it's non-taxable again. Okay, so let's continue down Main Street. The NU housing is going to be non-taxable. This hotel, if it goes up, first off, I agree. Do something down there, but what are you going to build? They only allotted a couple $1 million for that hotel, but this $10 million is for planning, Sal. Now, you know what that means. That means not a dime of it is going into development. We're going to turn Lincoln Place.
So
into
how are we going to
a
get this development? Are we going to go kiss people's asses like they've been trying to do to get people to come in and develop now?
Yes, but the governor, when he came in, I'm thankful for what we got. I'm thankful for age. But the governor should have came in and been more forceful. What's the difference if he threw another $50 million into the pot, but also said, and as half-assed as it is, have these downtown people who I hate down here who just piss away their money, have them run it. Because at least if they want to build something, okay, Global Spectrum and the guys down here, they build it. Okay, and nobody stops them because that's the state. Okay, but to leave it in the hands of the city and the development, and this plan that they're talking about was last updated in like 2002. Okay, so this idea of what they're doing there is an outdated plan. Blue card, and as far as the buildings go, okay, they want to do historic protection on buildings. All right, I know every inch of every one of the 29 buildings from bottom to top. Okay, there's probably out of 29, 10 that can be saved.
So who cares about historic prevention, really?
You know what that
Who
does?
does?
That limits development. That means it's non-taxable and it limits
Yeah,
what you
well,
can do.
again,
Can't do it.
This stuff has
You
to
can't
stop.
do it.
It's got to
You
stop.
just cannot do it.
This city
It's
can't
just
survive.
Not there. And the event center, why, they were putting it. They said it was going to go next to the Rapids because he's taking over the Rapids. And when I seen that in the paper, I almost died because I know the square footage of the building. I gutted it for him.
I don't know what kind of event center you can have in a
You
3,400
can't.
square foot building.
And now what do you do with, okay, Planned Parenthood has the building, the old, where the Royal Chef is, next to where the old Royal Chef was, they have that. Okay, so they rent that, Chi-Chi Bean Raid. Across the street, you have the daycare, which is not-for-profit. You have Hansi, which
Right.
is not-for-profit.
Right.
You have a lot of large not-for-profit organizations. You have what is going to be St. Vincent de Paul, the building that I gave away one of Dick Hastings' buildings to St. Vincent de Paul, so I didn't help the city. I gave it away, and Dick yelled at me. But I gave one of his buildings away, so that's non-taxable. Okay, we also have a lot of good things that we need over there. Don't forget, we have Heart and Soul over there. We have all the things, and that's to take care of the people. In the
okay, let me ask you this.
But it's all
Let's see if
non-taxable,
there's a
sir.
good side, though. If they put 400 student housing units there,
Yeah.
and we get 400, 800, whatever, how many stay in a room, 800 extra students downtown, are we going to get more restaurants? Are we
Well,
gonna
you'll
get
have
more-
to.
They have to.
You have to.
Well,
What's the
so
plan- what's the
you could get something
You have to
out of
have
it.
some retail, some restaurants,
you
you have
could-
to have all of that.
Will, but here's the problem with that. And again, I'm not.
No,
an
wait a
agent.
second, wait a
It
second.
needs
We got to
more.
have some retail. How about where NU students are? Where do they go to retail? They go to the mall, they go into the.
I know,
they
but
don't go
right
around
there, but in the
No,
neighborhood, you
no,
have to
there's
have
nothing
stuff.
in the neighborhood of any
You
for
have
them
to.
go to.
You have
So, like
to.
if they were staying on Main Street and we had some nice small restaurants there.
You know what you're going to have? You're going to have bars, you're going to have fights and drunks.
Well,
on
you're
the
probably going to
weekend.
have
That's-
bars.
Wait,
Sure you will.
let's talk a little bit.
Sure you
Like
will.
we started rapping a little bit about the police and stuff like that in response time. If it's true and that's all we have is 7 officers to respond at any given shift, and priorities are shootings, stabbings.
You're getting that from where? You're getting that information from
As
where?
far as what, 7 officers?
Yes.
I got that information from Backshaw, actually. When he called and the operator on the thing told him that there's only 7 officers available, it's not a priority that your car got stolen, we'll get back to you within 24 hours. And if it wasn't for Sal Panessa making a phone call, because Dave would be here screaming on this show about no response for something that happened to him. And again, getting your car stolen, it's not a
Well,
big deal to me,
I just
but
got to
it is
clarify
quality.
though. I did make a call for Dave because he called me frantic.
Yeah.
Said my car's stolen. I know they're gonna crush it. I know
Yes.
it's here and there. He says the police won't come. Well, when I did make a call for
And
him.
5 minutes later, the police showed
But
up.
I called one of the police lieutenants and I
Yes.
said, this guy called me and said that he's looking for an officer. That is there any
Yes.
way? He said we had a lady that was run over by a car.
Oh.
We were. That was our priority. We were working
Yes.
on that, and that
Yes.
was our officers were tied up.
Yes.
And obviously that does take
No,
precedence.
I'm not
So I
arguing
understand
the
that.
fact as far as precedence, okay, but what I'm arguing is the fact is in quality of life issues is the fact that we need more officers.
No doubt.
Okay, so my question to you is, and let's sit back again, like we talked about this 1,000 times. We're just putting 12 million into Main Street and infrastructure. What if we took $1 million of that 12 million, instead of putting it in planning, because it's going to, they've got 380,000 dedicated to make a plan about a turnaround on Division, another one, and a walkway.
Another one, yeah.
What if we took that $1 million and invested it in 10 new officers? Okay, now let's think about this from a standpoint, okay? One is preparing the city for a future and for future development.
Right.
Okay, because it's the
Right.
younger officers that are gonna walk the beat, are gonna be more gung-ho.
Right.
Okay, so that's the first thing. Now we got $1 million, we got 10 new officers on the street. So some of that 12 million, if we've got a little over $2 million to throw in, which Joe says it's probably not casino money or whatever, because 10 million comes and we're kicking in a couple million. It said 2.3 in the paper, but so we're kicking in. We don't have money, so 2.3 has to be coming in either future casino money or somewhere. Why don't we take that? And you know how we get that money instantly back, Sal? 10 new officers is gonna cut the overtime on the police officers. Right now, they're stressed. They're working endless amount of hours,
They are.
some because they want it.
They are.
Okay, of course. But also, 10 new officers would lean that out. What do you think would happen? Let's just say that all of a sudden we had a police department with no overtime, a fire department with no
Oh,
overtime.
that'd be great.
How much money are we gonna save? Enough to put those 10 officers on and keep them on, enough to put 10 new firemen on and keep them on. I mean, let's take it a step further. The fire department, they're the first responders in the city of Niagara Falls, okay? But we pay for ambulance service in the city of Niagara Falls, the taxpayers pay for it. But every time a fire truck is there, it's there before. I sit there at Frankie's having a cup of coffee.
Sure.
They're endlessly at the towers.
Sure, they're good
And remember
responders.
how many times we talked about, let's get them a couple ambulances, get a couple, they're all trained for it. Why not do that? Instead of talking about it, let's do this.
Well, I guess they say it's not profitable. They can't make money running.
We don't want them to
around.
make profit.
Because
we want it to be safer. Here,
Yeah, well,
it's not profitable means the company that has our ambulance contract does not want to lose it. Okay? If I was the mayor and I said we're going to cut 12 firemen,
does the ambulance service pay the city to operate in the city?
I think we get a fee, but they get paid by the city. We pay them. City of Niagara Falls pays for that ambulance service, taxpayer dollars in one way, shape, or form. We're paying for it.
Hey, we're at 333-3020. You got
let's
about
take that-
10 more minutes left on
Yeah,
a
let's think about that.
on a Friday night if you want to call in.
if I was-
333-3020. We're coming right back, Jim.
He's got
Gotta
we have
relax.
commercials to run.
We're coming right
Just
back.
because you want to have.
Let's get real for a moment. When you're looking for a home appliance repairman, what do you look for? Well, in most cases, you look for someone who can do the job honestly and do it correctly the first time. Then you look for someone who's reasonable, someone who's going to give you a fair price for the work he does. Well, I got one that's even better than that. He'll give you the best price you're going to ever hear. His name is Chris Moore, and his service call is $35. Got a problem with the stove, refrigerator, freezer, washer, dryer, hey, you name it. If it's a home appliance, Chris can fix it, and he does it for a $35 service call, plus the cost of the parts and installation. Now, I don't know of any other repairman who's had as much experience, over 30 years, as Chris Moore, who will come to your home for a $35 service call. You know, once you have Chris at your house, you're going to want him back again and again and again, and you're going to recommend him to all your friends and relatives. So you want to have that phone number handy. So what do?
Well, let's update. Let's not put it on a piece of paper and stick it somewhere where it's going to get lost or fall off, dry up, and disappear. Put it in your cell phone where you know you can find it when you need it. Because you know someday you will need Chris Moore's number. It's 523-5911. Chris Moore's Appliance Repair. $35 service call plus the cost of the parts and installation. 523-5911. Put that in your cell phone right now. 333-3020 is our phone number. How you're on the air.
Hi, on this ambulance issue, okay? All right?
Did I just hear from you?
Yeah, you're going to cut me off now?
No. You go ahead, Joe. You're part of the show.
I'm Daryl. One caller today.
No, you go
On
ahead.
the ambulance thing.
Yes.
The city doesn't get a nickel from AMR ambulance. AMR wouldn't give them the money. That's number one. The city can't afford to run an ambulance service, and I'm going to tell you why, Jim. You have more people on Medicaid in this city. You don't make any money. You're going to turn a profit by doing inter-facility transfers, nursing home work. That's where the profit comes from on the ambulance service. Now, the city's billing insurance companies for extrication, and they get over $100,000 a year. The fight right now is, I'm going to say, is Padula wants to keep that $100,000 in his budget. But the city wants to put it in the general fund. They can't. I talked to Sal about this about a week ago. If the city went to an ambulance service, they'd have to put a minimum of 4 ambulances on a day. You have to have 4 to cover this area, at least 4.
But Joe, they're already first responders. There isn't an ambulance call in the city other than transport that they don't show up at.
Jimmy, I'm going to tell you what, I worked in this, okay? I worked in the ambulance dispatch and I worked in the police department.
Right.
They dispatch the fire department first.
Yes.
Then they come directly with the ambulance. And 90% to 95% of the time, they're there at the exact same time. They have a good working relationship with AMR. All right? They do get money from insurance companies, the city, but they're not putting that money in the budget, in the fire department budget. They're taking it out of their budget.
They're putting it in a general fund?
The general fund. It was not feasible. I remember when I was working with Babe Hotel and World Metro first came in. They were trying to prove they can get an ambulance. Well, Lockport went broke trying to run an ambulance. Troy, New York is going broke trying to run an ambulance. You can't afford it. You're going to pay these firemen X amount of dollars, all right, to be paramedics and for Medicaid.
Wait a second. If the people are going broke running an ambulance, then why do we have an ambulance service here that somebody's paying? They must be making some money.
They're making money. You ever get an ambulance bill?
No, luckily not yet.
Last time I took an ambulance, all right, it was $1,600.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember,
So what's the point?
Why would we go broke?
you don't have a lot of people. Now, you do a Medicaid ambulance, and you got a $1,600 ambulance bill, you're probably looking at maybe $200. Medicaid cuts the cost. You may get from Medicaid, let's say $200.
You mean to tell me, wait a minute, you mean to tell me if we had firemen man an ambulance, people that are here working, they're being paid anyway, you're not paying an hourly wage, they're trained, and so if they get an ambulance call, they take the ambulance out, they transport, they get 200, 400, whatever they get more than they would normally get just sitting in the fire hall or just responding with the fire truck, that they're going to lose money.
The city will not make money running an ambulance service.
Why can the ambulance service that does it, why can they make money but the city
They
can't?
do inter-facility transfer work. They're contracted by hospitals. They do their billing on Medicaid and Medicare, and that's how they make money. Believe me, the city can't make money running an ambulance. Lockport couldn't do it after all them years. They went to Twin City. Troy, New York never could have done it. They went.
What is the secret? What's the secret that the ambulance companies have that they could do it?
It's nursing home contracts. It's inter-facility
So
hospital
why
transfers.
can't the city get nursing home contracts? Why can't we do that? Are we too stupid? Well, maybe that's it. Thanks, Joe.
Are you cutting him off?
Yeah, I'm cutting them up because I got to play.
No, I
I don't
understand
believe
what
it.
you're
I
saying.
don't get
Well,
it.
you know what? It's foolish.
What you're saying is, why can an ambulance company make money and the
And we
city can't make
And
money?
we can't, okay?
We
Let's-
can't make money?
Yes, we can.
That's what I thought.
And here's the kicker, even if it didn't cost us money.
Joe, I didn't cut you off, okay, so
I
you
didn't
call
cut you off,
back
Joe.
the
I
next
mean, you only been on
time.
a half hour today.
Okay, so anyways,
What's this, Steve on the Tom Darrow show? We're coming right back here. Listen closely to these symptoms. Inflammation, nausea, hot flashes, headaches, joint pain, muscle pain, back pain, trouble sleeping, cramps, irritated skin. You know, this is just a partial list, but if you said you have any of those symptoms, you might benefit from the power of CBD. What is CBD? Well, it's all the good taken out of the hemp plant, the marijuana plant, all the good taken out, but none of the bad. Now, you won't get high from it, you won't fail a drug test, but what you will do is find relief from these and many more symptoms. And it comes in a variety of applications. Well, there's oils, there's gummies, there's candies, there's vapes, there's rubs, there's soaks. The list goes on, and as a matter of fact, it's too numerous for me to mention here. But I'll tell you what you do. If you stop in at the Wellness Park Pharmacy, 86th and Buffalo Avenue, see Bob there, tell him you want to look in the green room. What's the green room? Well, it's a room dedicated to all CBD products. And Bob is a registered pharmacist, so he can explain to you how CBD works and what dosage is right for you. Now, you could buy CBDs in other places, but you really want to go to a registered pharmacist. You're going to be surprised and amazed, and you know what? You're going to love this product. CBD. Stop in Wellness Park, 86th and Buffalo Avenue, or call 260-1918. Oh, incidentally, if you have an animal that's suffering too, maybe joint pain or anxiety, CBD products works well for them, and there's some made especially for your animals. We're going to have to check that out too. We're going to have in the Wellness Park green room. I just interrupted. I interrupted.
You're stuttering again?
You
You're getting
interrupted yourself.
I interrupted.
You need some CBD.
I interrupted myself. Is right. Yeah. We're going to have to continue this because we got more to discuss, and we'll do this Monday.
Let's do it Monday and continue, because we got to get into this a little bit further, because we got to talk about, instead of just infrastructure, and what are we going to do? We're going to put a statue on Main Street like we did at the...
I bet we will.
Here?
We're coming back Monday,
park?
folks. Enjoy this over the weekend.
Bye.
Time to stock up on your warm weather favorites for summertime entertaining, gift giving, and enjoying. Supermarket Liquors and Wines is your headquarters for all the liquors and wines you'll need throughout the season. And you know what? They're open 7 days a week for your convenience, late night Friday, Saturday, and always plenty of cashiers on hand to speed you on your way. You want to find out what the specials are every week? Just check them out online, supermarketliquor.com. They're Niagara's largest liquor store, which means their prices and selection are the best you're going to find. Supermarket Liquors and Wines, Niagara Falls Boulevard, Military Road, just across from the Fashion Outlet Mall. Supermarket Liquors and Wines, where you'll always find plenty of brightly lit free parking in front of the store. And plenty of cashiers on hand to speed you on your way. Supermarket Liquors and Wines. they're not afraid to publish the truth.
Hi out there, this is Tony Farina inviting you to read the Niagara Falls Reporter online or in print every week. We're not afraid to tell the truth. We don't pull